Tonight we're doing a sleep meditation. I had this requested months ago, and I apologize for not getting it out sooner, but I'm going to be doing the sleep meditation tonight. What we're going to do on this is an active meditation. So what I want to do to begin is I'm going to start by talking about sleep a little bit and why I'm doing a sleep meditation rather than one of the traditional meditations that I do. So we're going to begin there, and then we'll go right into the meditation from that. So I just want to give a brief description for those that might be new to what I do. So one of the most important things when I talk about the program that we offer, when I'm talking about learning advanced meditation or eliminating fight or flight triggers, PTSD, depression, things like that. One of the things I always say is 20 minutes a day is all you need, and to do the practice right before bed if you can. And the reason why I do that is because, there's several reasons. One is that we learn faster when we sleep than at any other time. What we do the last 20 minutes before we fall asleep is critical. And we will, if we're looking at doing something like shrinking the amygdala or training our brain in meditation practices or anything like that, doing it right before we go to sleep is a really powerful way to make big change quickly. So, but beyond that, what I want to talk about the most is if we are trying to change conditions, the reason why doing them right before we go to sleep is important is because we enter sleep in multiple stages. And our deepest stage of sleep, which is called regenerative sleep, is the sleep stage where our brain is doing multiple things that better our health. So one of those things that it's doing is it's storing information, which is why we dream in that stage of sleep. It's clearing out, it's metabolizing neurotransmitters. So if we have excess neurotransmitters like norepinephrine or neurons that might contribute to having overactive triggers, those are metabolized while we sleep. So it's important to be able to clear those out of the brain. The brain also makes repairs in deep sleep. So it does repairs to systems that aren't functioning well. Now, deep sleep is the most important sleep, of course, but here's the issue we run into. Basically, if we are stressed, if we have any level of anxiety at all, even the smallest levels of anxiety while we're falling asleep, not only is our brain storing that anxiety, which is increasing the size of the amygdala rather than shrinking it, but in addition to that, the deepest stage of sleep, restorative sleep, is the sleep where it's hardest to wake us up. So it's our deepest sleep. So if you ever tried to wake someone up and you can't, it's usually because they're in that deeper stage of sleep. Now, the issue here is the fact that if I'm stressed, if I have anxiety, if I feel at all tense, my brain equates that to being equivalent to being chased by a tiger. And so my brain is not likely to let me enter sleep that I can't wake up from. So it'll prevent me from going into those deeper levels of sleep. And so that deep restorative sleep will actually not be available to me because my brain is trying to protect me. So the most important thing we can do initially is to rest ourselves, to get into a relaxed state when we're going to sleep. And the second most important thing is to make sure we're storing information about being relaxed, about being at peace and not being chased by a tiger. So for this reason, I've had a lot of people that do have struggle with sleep. A lot of times if somebody has something like anxiety or depression, anything like that, then sleep, we end up having issues with sleep first. Shifting our patterns is easiest done by shifting what we do right before we go to sleep. It gives us deeper sleep, which means we feel better in the morning. So even if you're going to bed and you're feeling like, I don't have 20 minutes, I don't feel like I have the time to do this meditation. If you do a 20-minute meditation, you'll sleep better. So you're actually gaining more than the 20 minutes you feel like you're losing. So I'm going to do this sleep meditation, and then this will continue to be available on YouTube. It'll also eventually be available on our website, and you can go back and use it every night if you need it to help you reach deeper levels of restorative sleep. So I think that's everything I want to say about sleep. Our goal in this meditation is to be able to go all the way, to be able to travel all the way from anxiety, all the way from a triggered, anxious, upset state into a restful sleep state. So this meditation will also be good for if you're ever in the middle of a really bad trigger. This meditation will help to lessen that trigger. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch over to begin the meditation. And then if anybody has comments or questions, there is a live chat. And throughout the meditation, when there are opportunities, I will respond as I can. So there will be times in this meditation where we're writing. What I'm hoping to do with this meditation is set up a sleep program. So this will be something you can do at sleep, which will also include your phase 3 practices if you're doing the program. So this will be really beneficial. These phase 3 practices do shrink the amygdala. So even if you're not doing the Inspired Evolution Project program, these practices will shrink your amygdala, will make you healthier and happier overall. So this is a great practice to introduce into any program that you're participating in. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and start that meditation now. And again, I hope you enjoy the journey. Okay, so during this meditation, we're going to set up the practice first, and you can actually use it to get into a restful state that can lead to sleep at the end. But we're going to be beginning the journey with a relaxation with the centering first, and then we're going to be going into writing. So whether you have a computer or use a journal or however you choose to articulate your meditations, we will be doing that tonight. So I'm going to begin by asking you to just take a deep breath. Just connect with air moving in and out of your body. Don't try to control your breathing. Just breathe. Just take deep breaths. Now, the first thing I'd like you to do as a centering practice is attempt to curl each one of your toes individually. So we're going to go through all 10 toes. We're going to curl one at a time. So just beginning, if you like, with your pinky toe on your right foot. Just try curling that toe without curling the others. If you can't do it, that's okay. In fact, it's good. The worse you are at it, the better it is for centering your brain. And so now we're going to move to the toe next to the pinky toe and try and curl that toe without curling the other toes. And moving now to the middle toe on the right foot. trying to curl that toe without curling any of your other toes. And we're going to go to the toe next to your big toe. Try curling that one. Now we're going to go for the big toe on the right foot. Just trying to curl that without curling the rest of the toes. Then we'll go across to the big toe on the left foot. Trying to curl that toe individually. Now your toe next to your big toe, the second toe. Now going to that middle toe on your left foot, trying to curl that. And you're going to go to the toe next to your pinky toe, attempting to curl that toe. And then finally the pinky toe, trying to curl that toe without curling anything else. Now as you become or have become aware of your toes, I now want you to become aware of the ball of your feet. So the ball on each foot, just become aware of it. You don't need to do anything. You don't need to try and relax it. You're just becoming aware of it. Be aware of the arch of your foot and your heel. Again, remember to go to each foot. Become aware of the top of your foot, top of both feet. Become aware of both ankles. Become aware of your calves and your shins. Just become aware of each one individually. You're going to become aware of your knees and your thighs. Become aware of your glute muscles. Become aware of all your organs, your digestive organs, your reproductive organs, your lungs and heart. Just be aware of these vital functions of your body for a moment. Now become aware of your tailbone, your lower back, and go up one vertebrae at a time, being aware of your spine. Be aware of your ribs, this protection we have. Again, for our most vital organs. Be aware of your shoulders, your shoulder blades, collarbone, shoulders, and allow that awareness to move down your arms. Aware of your biceps and triceps. Again, both arms. Aware of your elbows, of your forearms. Continue to follow the vertebrae up the back of your neck. And really be aware of your throat, your neck. This is where your passage is for breathing, for eating. Your spinal column. The neck is so vital. Becoming aware of the jaw, the mouth, the tongue, Be aware of your nose, of your cheekbones, your eyes, your eyeballs, your eyelashes, eyebrows. Become aware of your forehead and your whole skull. Become aware of the brain, of your brain inside that skull. Now, after a body scan, we should feel completely centered. And so what I want you to do next to enter into the meditative state is to start describing the environment around you. Let's begin with the sense of vision. What do you see in the room around you? What colors do you see? Is the place where you are now open and spacious, or is it small and comforting? Are there things around the space that you can see that you don't want? Don't judge them if they're there. Just observe, just be aware. If there's anything in your environment you wish wasn't there. Are there things from your past you wish you could release? Are there obligations or to-do lists you would like to complete? Observe what's around you. And what I would like you to do now is to start describing what you notice in the space around you. So again, it's really important to articulate during meditative practices. And so what we're beginning with here is a mindful meditation of our current environment. This is a great way to begin a sleep practice. So just describe the space where you are now. I'm just going to give you a couple of minutes of silent time for writing, and that silence begins now. Okay, if you're doing this, if you're still writing, you can continue to write. You don't need to stop. And if you're doing this meditation at home and want more time for writing, a little longer practice, you can pause the video for a moment. But as you continue writing, as you feel ready, what I want you to connect with is what sounds do you hear besides the sound of my voice? Are there ambient sounds where you are? Are there other people making noise? Do you have music or sound machines on in the background? Can you hear things from outside? Can you hear the ambient sound prevalent in your ears? Some people experience it as a fuzzy sound or a ringing or a buzzing or a low tone. Are you aware of it? Again, we don't want to judge it. This is not being in a space of healthy meditation is not about needing to be in total silence. It's about the ability to find a quiet mind in the midst of chaos. Is there chaos or chaotic sound around you? I want you to take a moment and record the sounds you are experiencing. I'll give you just a minute or two of silence for writing. That silence begins now. Okay, so again, if you're still writing, you can continue. Or if you want more time to record sound, you can pause the video. But as you feel ready, I want you to now move on to anything you might smell or taste. Is there a taste in your mouth right now, or a scent in the air around you? Do you have a candle burning, or maybe incense or essential oil? Is there a scent to your clothing? Is there the residual smell of food that you have made? Does the air feel fresh and inviting around you, or is there a scent that you do not like? How does it feel for you to experience the scents around you? Again, I'm going to give us a minute or two of silence for writing, and that silence begins now. So finally, let's connect with the physical sensations around us, the sense of touch. Become aware of your physical body. Are you sitting in a chair or maybe lying down? Even if you're standing, where can you feel your body connecting with the floor or the furniture that supports you? How do your clothes feel against your body? What is the temperature and the texture of the air where you are? Children learn to self-soothe early in life by a gentle caress. So for some, they might caress their arm or maybe learn to play with their hair. Is there a self-soothing touch that relaxes you? What physical sensation, what sensation of touch can you most connect with? What soothes you the most? Again, I'll give us a couple of moments, just a minute or two of silent time for writing. That silence begins now. Okay, if you're still writing, you can continue to write. But as you feel ready, I want to take you into the deeper stage of meditation that is the advanced active listening meditation. To begin this, I want you to imagine your favorite getaway. Imagine that you're there now, whether it's a vacation spot, a place you've only dreamed of going, or even a place from your mythology practice, from your phase 3 practices. I want you to imagine you're in that space, and beginning with the physical sensation of touch, I want you to imagine this place with your eyes closed, and I want you to connect with how it physically feels to be where you are. Are you sitting on a chair or maybe on the ground? Are you possibly walking or maybe lying down? Where are you? Where are you? Are you coming in contact with the earth or are you floating? Wherever your body is, recognize what it's connecting with. Recognize whether you are on the ground and what is the texture of that ground? What is the temperature? How does it feel? Is there anything of the environment around you that's coming in contact with your body? Is there earth where you are, or have you maybe gone to another place, another planet, a building somewhere? Everyone's place to get away is going to be completely different. So become very aware of how it physically feels to be in a place that you think of as an escape, as a place of relaxation, a place of rest. Become aware of everything. Notice what temperature it is. What I'm going to do again is give us just a couple of minutes. I'm going to give us just slightly longer writing time here. So I want you to write down a description of where you are. Again, imagining you're there with your eyes closed and connecting with how it physically feels to be there. The silent time begins now. Okay, again, so if you're still writing, you can continue to write. But as you feel ready, now start to connect with any scents or tastes that might be around you. Is there a particular scent in the air that is specific to this place? Is there a taste in your mouth that is familiar when you are here? Take a few moments to connect with the smells, with the flavors of the place. And I'd like to remind people, if you feel like you're getting nothing, if you feel like there's no smell, or you feel like you're not connecting with smell or taste, describe the nothing. Our brain is already always processing sensory data. So if nothing specific is coming through, describe what the nothing is like for you. Again, I'll give us some silent time for writing, and that begins now. Okay, so again, if you're still writing, you can continue to write. As you feel ready now, connect to the sounds around you. What do you hear in the space around you? Are there sounds of nature? Are there animals or ambient noises? in the place where you are, or is it quiet? What sounds are you experiencing there? Connect with each sound individually, from the smallest sound to the more obvious sounds, and then connect with all of those sounds as a whole, as an orchestra of the experience of being where you are. Again, I'm going to give you a couple of minutes of silent time for writing. That silence begins now. Okay, so again, if you are still writing, you can continue to write. But as you feel ready, we're going to finally connect with the last sensory aspect, and that is vision. So imagine opening your eyes to where you are, to this place that is the place that you wanted to go tonight. What do you see around you? What do you notice about the colors? Are there other beings, other animals? Are there other people? Or are you there alone? What do you notice about the landscape? About the time of day or the time of year? What season is it where you are? Are you looking at a sunny sky, or is there a storm, or maybe it's a blanket of stars? Take a couple of minutes and describe what you see around you. Again, I'll give you just a couple more minutes for the description. So again, if you are still writing, you can continue to write for a moment. We will continue this meditation into the next stage of reaching comfortable, relaxed sleep. So this is the end of the practice portion of the meditation. I would like to remind you that if you want to get notified of our live meditations, just click subscribe and the bell next to the subscription button. Our subscribing to our channel is free, so you won't be charged anything. Also, if you're new to this and you want to know more about our program, you can visit our website at theinspiredevolutionproject.com. You can also like and share the video from here. I know when we were doing live videos in Facebook, you might have had a limited opportunity to share. So now the videos, you just hit the forward share button if you'd like to share the video. In this moment, I invite you to put away your journal, your paper and your pen, or your computer, if you choose to write on a computer. And I invite you to relax, to sit in the luxury of this getaway. So whether you're using this meditation for sleep or just to calm your nerves after a stressful day, allow yourself to sit in a moment in the luxury of this place. Imagine going for a walk or any of the activities offered where you are. You don't need to write anything else down. You can keep a pen and paper next to your bed to record any inspiration you might have while falling asleep. But allow yourself now to just relax and enjoy the moment without needing to capture everything. Know there will always be another day, another moment, more information to capture. For now, just enjoy your time here, relaxing and being in this place connected with your sensory experience. Again, if you're using this meditation to improve sleep patterns, you can stay in this place, imagining the walk or the swim or just the luxury of sitting, connecting with the sensory information around you until you fall asleep. I want to thank everyone for joining the meditation tonight, and I wish you all the sweetest of dreams.